Okay, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put together this 5-tier shelf from Home Depot. This is the largest of this type they make. If you're lucky to get one that doesn't have bent up extrusions, that would be great. So I did find one after digging through lots of boxes. So basically I left out the 5th shelf because we want a lot of space in between each shelf area. So there's 5 of these. In the package, we only used 4 to make 4 shelves. And so what I'm going to do is to show you how to put this together. There's lots of tips and tricks that you have to pay attention to make sure it goes together the right way. And then at the very end, I'm going to give you some closing thoughts on some things to help you out in putting this together the right way instead of having to redo it again, because, you know, there's different issues about height of the bottom level, spacing between shelves, the best way to do it, how to mark it, and so on. So, all right, here we go. And I'm gonna have links in the description with everything involved and the tools that I use, which is basically just a rubber mallet. So, here we go. Okay, so let's take stock of the parts that we need for this. So we got the 2 end pieces, and we're going to be putting it in this room, which I showed you in the beginning, the finished product. So we have the horizontal pieces, okay, and then we have the long ones, horizontals. We have the short horizontals, okay. And I'm going to show you how many. Make sure you have everything. Here it is. So we got 2 end pieces, the frames. All right. Then we have 10 of the cross pieces. And we have 15 of the shorties. And then we have the shelves, the wired shelving. And what I recommend for this is just a rubber mallet. Okay. Because you really don't want to bang on it with a steel hammer because you can bend the lips, okay? Also, you may want to have some pliers on hand because some of these could be bent a bit. You may have to bend them back. Okay, so the next step is to decide on how you're going to space each of the 5 shelves, all right? Now, what we like to do in this office is keep the bottom shelf up a bit so we can sweep underneath, because it's definitely going to collect dirt and you want to be able to get underneath with a vacuum or broom. So the first thing to do is decide where you're going to put the first piece, how high up. Probably about 6 inches would be good. And then decide on the spacing of each shelf, and you can count the holes, right? And if you want, you can put the top shelf right at the very top of this. We have plenty of space in this. This is probably 11 feet high around. So with this unit, we can go up pretty high, so we're going to take advantage of that. And when we set this up, you can see obviously there's feet, okay, on the stand, so you don't want those facing up. Also, you want these little notches. Let me see if you can see them. Facing, kind of like facing down. We're going to put the beams here and then push down the cross pieces. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is get one of these. Now, here's another note. If you see, there's holes at the bottom of these cross pieces. You see that? I'm going to go outside so you can see better. We only have 1 light bulb in here, so let's go out. Okay. See these? These face down all the time. Okay. We're not going to worry about the cross pieces for now. All right, so we're going to get ready with our rubber mallet. Probably great if you had a second person to help you. But we're going to try this out myself. And so let's see if we can rock and roll with this. Okay, so let's get started. Remember the bottom holes are going to face down. Now, just keep in mind, if you're doing this by yourself, watch out for this, because this will come tumbling down. when you put it on. So we're gonna go up, let's see, we're gonna start from the bottom, and what we're gonna do, put that in there, okay? And we're gonna leave 1, 2, 3 holes, basically. It doesn't take much effort. It kind of like falls into place when you do that. All right, that's our spacing there. And then what we're gonna do is go to the other side and do the same with this cross piece. And you want to go on the inside, not here, because that is for joining other units. Okay? So we're going to go up about 3, okay? And that is kind of fitting in. I want to do a little jiggle-iggle. Keep an eye on everything, because it could fall down if you're by yourself again. Okay, hammer that in and show you. Okay, now I wouldn't depend on this just as cross piece, because it doesn't fit super duper tightly. So before you start to walk away and be confident about this, especially if you got little kids or people walking around, make sure you're constantly paying attention to this while there's only 1 or 2 pieces on it. We're going to put the back piece on the same way, and then we're going to continue on. Do this. All right, we got that fitted there. And we're going to go to the other side. Okay. We're going to bring this close, nice and easy. You don't want to do any abrupt moves that would cause it to come loose, right? And you may have to tilt it a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to take the camera off so you can see. Okay. The spacing is good. And good on the other end. And then we're going to take the mallet. Try not to bend the lip here, okay? And that went down a little bit. And now I'm going to check with the clients to see if this bottom spacing is okay with them, and then we're going to discuss the spacing for the shelves. It says to put all the horizontals on first, okay, see all the check marks? And then we start putting in the cross pieces. But I'm going to do it the other way. It doesn't say that there's any harm in doing it that way. So let's check out one. And as you see, you got a little hook on the bottom, okay, on each side. And there's the holes, all right? And what we're going to do is this part's going to stay in the little flange area, okay? So what we're going to do is stick it by the hole, okay? And it just fell in, okay? And then we're going to look at the other side. Now make sure this piece is on top. We're going to slide this over. But make sure the little hook right here is on the top, and it should fall into the hole. Now if you have to, you bend this. See, I'm bending a little bit, and that'll fall right in, okay? So let me turn the camera around, and you'll see. Let me see if I can focus this a bit. There we go. All right, so it fit in, and we got one of the cross pieces in, and then we have one more on each side. So you do it that way. And I wouldn't put the metal rack shelf in because you want to be able to stand on the inside. And maybe that's why they tell you to hold off on the cross pieces so you're not hopping all over the place. But we're still going to continue to do the cross pieces on each level too. Okay, so I checked with the customer. They want to be able to do 2 rows of these boxes on each shelf level. And as you see, we have lots of them here. So basically, I think it's about 19 inches here. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to see if I can bring it to 22. and you know, give a little extra room to move the boxes in and out. Okay, so I counted the holes, and we're gonna do 15 up, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna put the bottom of the cross piece in that hole, okay? I marked it with the silver Sharpie. It doesn't stick out that much. Probably gonna be covered. Same thing here, so I know where to start the cross pieces. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side. Okay, so we have this cross piece in. I counted the holes. Important to make sure because it's easy to put it in crooked. There's a lot of leeway and give with that. So, and if you want to double check, just throw the level on, okay? And you can double check the level. Of course, make sure the floor itself is level because you're comparing it to that. So that's a good way to double check. And okay, so we're gonna put the next one on. And then we're gonna keep going. So you got the idea. So, and then I'll have some, next stage we'll be putting that in. We're gonna put in all the cross pieces, and then I'm gonna give you closing thoughts at the end, just in case I have any problems. I wanna let you know the problems I had so you can take care of it. Okay, so I just wanted to show everyone here that you're gonna have to make sure you do the twist when it fits in, okay? So what you're gonna do is take it, pull it, and you see that drop in, okay? And then we're gonna go to the other side, okay? Let me move my light. And we're gonna twist it, and boom, it falls right in. See that? Okay, so we're gonna put the wire racks in, and by the way, here's what we did. Let me take a step back. We didn't put all 5 levels. We did 4 because we want the spacing, okay? So it's up to you to count the spaces between each shelf area and then do it appropriately, because once you put this together, it'd be a real pain to take it off. So we got the 3 cross pieces on each unit. I showed you how to do that. We're gonna put the wire racks in. But if you notice, right here it says, wired decks should be installed with the long horizontal wires facing the bottom. Okay, and let me show you. You see these here? All right, they're continuous, going across until you get to the reinforced part. You got the doubles, double there, and then keeps going. So imagine that's what they want you to do. So we're gonna face these on the bottom. And so we're gonna see how easy this is. I'm gonna put this in with Grayson. And let's see if I can get this camera here. So will this fit? Yeah, it'll fit right in between. Let's slide that. And it looks like something. And make sure it goes in the lip. Okay. And okay, so when I say the horizontals, I believe these are facing the bottom. Would that be called a horizontal? Okay, and it feels like it's got pretty good structural integrity. They slid right in. You don't have to turn them, angle or anything. You just put them right to the shelf area, slide them in. They're gonna bend a little bit, so make sure they all catch the lip, and then they'll fit in.